Hey guys, I just thought I'd make a video this morning. Um, I wanted to talk about, going downtown last night to, where, I go every Friday and Saturday. And I went this time, I had to keep my voice down. My mom got up and she's gone back to bed, so I gotta keep my voice down. But, yeah, I went down there and, it was funny that, for the morning, it was a pretty decent day yesterday until nighttime. I went out and got something to eat, but I had not shaved my face, so I looked hairy as an ape. So I knew I had to come back home, So I came home and I shaved and got my face shaved and, got cleaned up. But I have to leave hairs on the edge of my face because I'm having such skin sensitivity. It bothers me if I shave them. Don't ask me why. It's got to be the benzos because I'm just so sensitive. But so I did. I left it there, so I looked kind of odd, with my hair, on my lips, the sides of my mouth. But I got shaved as much as I could. Of course, got cleaned up. Went downtown. Went to the bar, that I always go to. I went inside, and of course, the jerk that I told you about that I feel like, is a jerk to me. He always goes over and talks to that one bartender, and then, it's like, oh, I don't exist, all this kind of crap. Well, he was there, somebody left a comment and said, well, maybe he doesn't talk, left a comment on one of my videos and said, well, maybe he doesn't talk to you because he realizes you didn't like him, that I just don't put no effort into it, which I do. I put all the effort into it, talking to him. But I went down last night, and he was sitting there with some older guy. He's come in with him before, some gray-haired guy. And they sat there and they talked a little bit, and then after a while they basically just sat there and didn't say anything to each other. So much for that theory. They sat there for a pretty good while and didn't say anything. I mean, if I did that for that long, bye. But oh well. I don't really care what he thinks. If I'm not good enough for his conversation, screw him. Don't eat him anyway. And I was right about him all along. And then the other guy that was like snubbing me, that comes in there for some reason after 3 weeks of saying nothing to me, looking right at me he looked right at me and said hello, walked up, had a smile and said hello. I just kind of said hi back, and he went on, and I was standing there and I'm thinking, well, Judah, you'd walk right by me every week and never spoke for 3 weeks. Why would you come up and say hi now? But whatever. Guys and their stupidity, but whatever. But it was funny that the jerk that I was telling you about, he usually comes, that was sitting with the guy, he usually comes at like 1:30 in the morning, like right at the end of closing, last call, Well, he came early last night. Like I said, he usually doesn't do that. So I was thinking, oh God, he's going to be right where I'm at. I don't feel like his jerky ass being there. So he got up and left. Him and the guy actually got up and they left. And I thought, oh, okay. And it was a dead night last night. Nobody much was in there. There was only a few married couples. It was odd. Just a quiet night for it. It'll probably be packed tonight. But last night was real quiet. And so I got kind of bored. And then two girls came in. They come in quite a bit. One of them's a Hispanic girl. She's kind of tall for a girl, about 5. I'd say 5'8", 5'9". And she came in with some other girl that, of course, was shorter than her, and they were kind of wearing short shorts, up to their butts. And she's a pretty girl, And they were kind of shaking their butts, like for the guys. You could tell they were enjoying doing that. Like, oh, look how good we look, And she looked right at me, the tall girl that's pretty nice looking. And she looked right at me and was just shaking her butt, really smiling and staring at me. And I was like, whoa. And she wasn't looking at anybody else, even though it wasn't really packed anyway. But she was looking right at me. I should have done something. I just kind of stood there because I was having rough symptoms at the time. And I thought, I can't go over there right now. And so I kind of stood there. And then after a while, they left. and there was just nobody in there. And I thought, God, I'm getting bored. Like, it's just dead in here. There's nobody but married couples, so they're not going to give you no IOIs. So I got up and I left. And I went to the other bar. There's several bars downtown, so I walked up to the other one, and it's kind of a rougher one. I don't ever go into it, so I didn't want to go into that one. And it started letting out, and of course girls and people were leaving, the bar, and I'm kind of standing there, and one girl comes by. She looks kind of, pretty too. She's kind of a taller girl too. She was wearing boots, so it's hard to, it's always kind of hard sometimes to tell how tall they are. They got the boots with the kind of heels, and she was walked by me, and they were standing. Her and two girls were standing off at a distance. One girl, like I said, was kind of taller, and the other girls were short. And I kept noticing I'd look over, and they'd turn away real quick. And I kind of thought, oh, one of them must be looking at me, kind of giving me an IOI again. And I'm standing there, there's people all around, and then they kind of get near where I'm at. And then I can hear the girl when they walk by, the taller one. And she walks by, and she's pretty, got a real short skirt on, cute girl. I wouldn't give her a 10, but I give her about a 7 or an 8, at least a 7. She's cute. And I could hear her go, oh my God, like that. And I'm not bragging, but she was kind of doing what I would do if I saw a hot woman, like my dream woman kind of thing. And she was just, oh my God. And she went, oh guys, I would just, and she went like that. And then they walked by, and they were smiling real big at me, and looked back and kind of smiled real big at me. And I thought, whoa, And I stood there. Most everybody, like I said, it was a quiet night last night downtown, so I couldn't really tell. There just wasn't that many people. And some girls walked by. A few of them gave me some IOIs, but not much, because there just wasn't anybody down there. But yeah, I mean, I still get IOIs from girls way younger than me, And it just made me feel good. And I was just sitting there thinking, whenever I mention it online, I get criticized. And I think that's just jealous guys. I don't have any support. I have no friends. I don't have anybody looking out for me, period. And except for maybe my mom, I guess. But other than that, nobody, And the only one I got... the only one I got, I think, is basically maybe God. And maybe He's giving me that to give me something to smile about. Because for just a few minutes, it made me happy. I just forgot how horrible everything's been the last 4 years. Just really just misery. And every single day. They're all bad. All throughout the week, it's bad. And last night really wasn't good because I was suffering again. But, I get those IOIs, and it just kind of makes you feel a little better. Makes you, I'm a Chad now. No Chad, but I guess I'm not a 0. If girls look at me and really check me out, it just made me feel good. But, yeah, I don't really know what to say. I know it's just me. All I got's me. I don't have anybody else. I'm thankful that I have me, I guess. And it just helps me to know that, I got something. And I know if I'm going to try and do this, hitting on girls, I mean, I'm not a 0, so I must attract them in some way. And boy, when I start to try to do this, I mean, it's going to be hell. Because, I mean, it's not like every girl likes me. It's sure nothing like that. And I know I'm going to strike out. But if I'm going to give myself any kind of balance in my life, any kind of, to get back at those guys. I know maybe I shouldn't do it, but, nobody respects me. Nobody treats me right. And I can't overcome any of that. Like Coach was talking about, live better. Do better than them. But I'm not better than most people at anything. But maybe if I was better at girls than them, maybe that would get them back for treating me so horrible when I didn't treat them badly. I treated them well. Because it's hard, because I really don't care about the women thing like I used to. I just don't. I'm tired. I don't feel good. You know, most days are pretty horrible. But I want to try. And, you know, just see how I do. And just see if, you know, and I want to do it in front of them. I want them to see it. Because it's the only way I can say, you know what? You want to treat me like that. You know, maybe if you hung with me, you'd get some girls. But no, you didn't want to do that. You want to be a big jerk. So, and maybe I'm being petty, but I'm just tired. You know, I'm just tired of being treated like garbage when I don't treat other people like garbage. And I'm just sick of it. So I'm going to try this. I may try to start tonight if I feel good enough. And really try to see if I can pick up some women, at least maybe get a phone number or something, or maybe take one of them home and just run her for all of them, man. I don't know. I'll do the best I can. We'll see what happens. But that's all I got to say, guys. Have a good one, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.